All right, there's wood up here, there's wood down there, there's wet wood, there's dry wood, there's just wood everywhere. And I'm just gonna go fishing. All right, before I did any fishing, a lot of this happened first. Now remember all those branches that fell during that ice storm last winter? What nearly took this sweet little 100-year-old place out will now help carry it through. The limbs that fell with force will now warm this homestead for the very first time during the winter. And today I've been dealing with all sorts of wood. Wood has a way of humbling you. You cut it, carry it, curse at it, and then one day when the snow settles and the world goes still, you sit beside the stove and that same wood holds you close. Clearing brush, dragging logs, stacking firewood like the cold's already at the door. It's a rhythm that wears on your body, but steadies your soul. Out here, wood isn't just wood. It's time, it's effort, it's survival. I just have wood everywhere. I have dry wood, wet twigs, wet wood, giant logs. Now, if y'all know one thing about me, is I love a fire. I'm cooking on the fire every day. I'm gonna be heating the cottage with the wood stove this winter, so I'm gonna need an endless supply of firewood. Now I have even more piles, but I'm gonna start busting up some of this wood that I'm gonna keep for firewood and then take the rest of it to the back of the property. Now I'm telling y'all, don't underestimate this little thing. Every log I stack now becomes a meal later. A quiet act of care that starts long before the pan ever hits the heat. It's a story told in smoke and a reminder that even in winter, this little homestead will be full of life. And it all starts with a little old chainsaw and a stack built high with intention. I'm gonna see how much of this giant pile I can carry to the back, and then I'm gonna finish busting up the rest of it for firewood. All right, well, let's see. And then drag it all the way to the back. That trip actually put a pretty good dent in it. I think one more should do it. I'm gonna see if I can get all this in one go and bring it to the back. And then bust up the rest of this for firewood. With my trusty little me-sized chainsaw. And then stack all the firewood. I think I'm gonna make a home here for it. Grab my phone, go set it up like I usually do, but it was just too hard to put all that down this time. So I'll show you how far of a walk that is in a minute, but for now I'm gonna finish busting up the rest of this wood and stacking it up. I just gotta find a home for it. All right, time to deal with this now. I just can't wait to get a fire going, catch some fish, and make some fish tacos this evening. Every log I stacked today felt like a promise to my future self. That when the cold sets in, and my breath fogs up the windows and the trees bend under frost, this cottage will stay warm because I showed up now. I'll need every last piece. I got this little guy in the winter and I was surprised how long the battery lasted in the cold, considering it was in the -20s and it was lasting a good little while. And now I'm even more impressed at how long the battery lasts. Look how much wood I've cut through before having to change out the battery. And I've already used it a couple times this week. And it gets through some pretty thick and dense stuff too. You know me, I can never have enough firewood, so this works out great. Winter doesn't wait, and this little cottage, now turned homestead, will breathe through the wood stove come fall. When ice starts to form on the lake and snow covers the porch, it'll just be me and my wood stove. And round here, heat isn't a button. It's a pile you earn. Massive worms. And fire ants. Get back here. Worms are massive. I fit all those leaves in there. Now it's just a matter of dragging it where I need to bring it because they are wet and heavy. I've been using this tarp for nearly 10 years now. I just love it. You can fit so many leaves in there. And I tell you one thing, that lake is calling my name. I want to jump in it. I want to fish it. I just need the water. I've about got an area cleaned out so I can start stacking this wood, and then I'll build a little wood shelter for it. But for today, I'm just stacking, and then I'm going to go do some fishing. So I'm going to build a little fire pit area up here by the cottage for my little brother Chase. He walks with canes, so it's really tough for him to get down to the fire pit by the lake. So I'm going to build a little spot over here. Now I got to find a home for all of it. Organized chaos, I tell you. These last few stacks of wood, I'm gonna carry them on down to the fire pit by the lake, get a fire going, and do some fishing. It's about darn time. It's a good thing I got some firewood and worms. All right, it was way too hard to film taking those big bundles of sticks to the back of the property, so I'm gonna show y'all how far that is while I pick up my trail of fallen sticks along the way. And I'll tell y'all a little story. So growing up, I would take all the curtains off the windows or bed sheets at the cottage, and I would make little pioneer skirts and bonnets out of them and run around like a little pioneer. And I would go to the crabapple tree in the back here, which I'll show you in a minute, and make crabapple pies. So now I just get to live out my true full pioneer girl dreams. So this is where I was taking all those sticks to the back. Here's my new truck. Gosh, I love her. Haven't drove her very much, but she runs nice. So this is my grandpa's pontoon boat, which hasn't been in the water for many years. Maybe I'll get it running this year. So, whoops, just dropping more sticks. So this is where I was walking all those bundles back to. My first trip, I seen 3 turkeys in the woods here. So this is where I brought all those sticks. Yep. It's a bit of a hike. I did that in 4 trips, which not bad. Actually, I need to get my bungee cord, which came pretty handy dandy actually. I just want to go fishing.
In the middle of it all, I found this old wheel, half buried beneath the leaves and forgotten stack of wood. Rusty, worn, but still holding shape.
Just never know what you're gonna find around here. Check out this cool old wheel.
Like so many things out here, it's a reminder that time doesn't erase value. It just tucks it away until you're ready to see it and love it.
All right, I'm calling it. It's time to go fishing.
Then in the shed behind dusty gear and a pile of memories, I found a pocket fisherman rod. Tiny, scrappy, stubborn, kind of like me these days.
All right, it's about time I do some fishing. I found this old pocket fisherman classic rod in one of the sheds, so y'all know I have to go catch some fish with it. Did a bunch of worm picking earlier today when I was raking all those leaves. I'm just kidding, but y'all thought I would. Still got a hook on it and everything. I discovered earlier that the reel's broken, so I'm just gonna throw it off the dock and see what I can get.
I brought it down to the lake, cast a line, and let the stillness wrap around me, taking me back to moments in time as a little girl on this very dock, running around, fishing rod in hand, splinters in toes, not a care in the world. Days ended on the dock by the water, watching the sunset that I know is my Gramps and my sweet Grammy. A little nod to simpler times, the kind I live by.
So cool. I just had a huge bass go after it before this little guy got it.
You'd think I was noodling again or something.
Look how beautiful that pumpkin seed is. Wow. Now that's an eaten size panfish right there, or as brim, as y'all call it. I see worms on it, so I'm gonna throw it back. Well, I don't know if y'all have ever heard this before, but when the wind is blowing from the east, the fish bite the least. When the wind is blowing from the west, they bite the best. And today, it's blowing from the east. first time I really got to go do any fishing since I've officially started to move in here. And they're just not biting. Fishing sort of sucks tonight, not gonna lie to y'all. So I think I'm just gonna call it. Knocked another few things off the list of to-dos, and I have to say I'm pretty happy. Well, if y'all know me, I can never have enough firewood. I am cooking on the fire every day. I have to heat the cottage with the wood stove for the winter. So I'm gonna be stocking up on firewood all summer long. This was just the beginning.
Out here, every day is work, and it's never easy. But it's full of moments, of purpose. This life, it asks a lot. But it gives back in firelight, in still mornings, sunsets, and today beneath the weight of wood and memory, it felt like I was exactly where I'm supposed to be. And in moments that catch you off guard,